One sec. It's gone live, isn't it? Why did I press that when I wasn't ready? 1 second. Here we go. It's not working. Hello. Oh, I'm dreading this. Absolutely dreading it. Do I need to say? You need to say it's gone live, don't I? Fuck's sake. Oh, why do I never? Why has today existed? I've been so rough all day, you know. Been the worst day ever. Just been sleeping in bed all day. Watch maybe half an hour of Liverpool, if that. What do I need to do here? Oh yeah, live. I don't even know what the questions are. Have I turned the chat? I have turned the chat on. 5 minutes, you have to be subscribed. No one's even chatting. This is going to be the worst live chat of all time ever. It's probably going to be about 45 minutes, this. Where's my questions? Oh, I've not even wrote questions down. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I have wrote the questions down, actually. What's going on here? Jay Clayton. Should I just do this tomorrow? I just can't be asked doing it. I'm too rough. Oh, I've had what's happening? Is it not on? It is on. Oh, bro, I can't be asked doing this at all. I'm too rough for this. I'm bombing on her. Shall I just do it? Shall I just do it tomorrow? I can just do it tomorrow, can I? I can't be asked doing it. I'm too rough. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna fuck it off, I think. Do it now. Yeah, I may as well do it. Live live in the Eli. Oh shit! Are you on your way home from Are you on your way home from Brighton? What did you get? What did you get in last night, lad? What do you mean? Did you Are you on your way home from Brighton? No way. I couldn't be asked with that. That's one thing I definitely couldn't be asked with. Is Brighton today? That's definitely one that doesn't make me a late one, was it? Nah, not even that late. Well, yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's weird. So I fell asleep after the live chat, fully conked out, and then I woke up at about 2:30, and went downstairs and had the third bottle of Prosecco that was in the house for absolutely no reason. But then, to be fair, I fell asleep about 5 in the morning, and then slept all day. No, I wasn't. So it wasn't. Yeah, it was a late one, but it shouldn't have been a late one. I'm fucking rough. But I've ate now and I feel fine. Like now I've had some food. Like a single man, I know. And I feel like I know a lot of people who sit in and drink wine on their own, and I've always judged them. And now I sit in and drink wine on my own. I'm the worst, mate. But Prosecco's a nice drink to just drink and just have a couple and then get your head down. I don't do it fucking every week though. Like once a week. Well, not even once a week. Yeah, maybe once a week. No, that's the first time. No, definitely not the first time I've sat in and drank Prosecco. Probably do it once a week, if even that. But it's good. It's a good night. I did questions via Twitter because I forgot to do the community thread. Heard you do the nursery run pissed. Yeah, go and pick him up pissed. A walk. Fucking lightweight. I'm not a lightweight. I can put back a lot of Prosecco. Do you know what though? I've realised when we was on for winning all the fucking all the cups, when we could have won all 4, and I was going fucking, there was 2 big games every single week. I was drinking like fucking 3 bottles of Prosecco every Liverpool game. Well, if I was drinking, obviously. So like, if there was like one that I drove over to, I didn't. But like any time I drunk, I was drinking like 3 bottles of Prosecco, and I'd be yes, as if both mods were in at the same time. And I wasn't getting pissed off Prosecco anymore. But then yesterday when I did that fucking live chat, mate, you can see from it, I'm pissed by 3/4 of the first bottle. But when there was still a full glass of Prosecco left from that last bottle, I was pissed at my head. This is why you end up in people's stories, sick all over yourself. Yeah, I know, but I feel like that's other stuff that in it. I feel like that's what makes me the worst. If you just drink, you just fall asleep. I just fall asleep all the time. Like I can drink for so long and then I feel sick and then I fall asleep. That's why like bottomless brunches during the day are the best thing for me. En route back from Brighton, lad, here, bet you're glad. Oh, mate, honestly, today was the perfect day. even if I wasn't rough. So a draw away to Brighton, I guess, on the grand scheme of things, isn't probably the worst thing in the world. But to me, I would treat it. Why is this so bad? I would treat it as like the worst thing in the world ever, and I'd hate the journey home. The journey home would be horrible. People are not home yet. Oh shit, you're not home because you're in the Tesla, aren't you? Have you had to charge it? That fucking going to them games with Rob is just the fucking worst thing ever, mate. Because the journey home, 2 charges. You have to charge the car twice. Brighton, mate. I remember we went to, was it Brighton? Which one was it where we got home? Brighton last season. It was obviously my fault because I fucking got lost in the club shop, but 2 o'clock kickoff it was. Or it might have even been half 12. No, it was a half 12 kickoff. Definitely it was a half 12 kickoff last season, wasn't it, when we won 2-0. And we got home at about 11 o'clock because you had to stop twice for an hour to charge the fucking car. Oh. Still an hour from home. Fuck that, mate. No way. Couldn't be asked. I wouldn't have gone today. There's no way I'd have gone today. No, I don't know, Sunday, 2 o'clock. Nah, I wouldn't have gone to... There's no way I'd have gone to Brighton today. I'd been picking and choosing the games I do for ages now. There's not a chance I'd have gone to Brighton. No way. It's like Bournemouth. When Bournemouth came, I remember when back in the day, say like 6-7 years ago, the furthest midweek away to me was the best away ever. Bournemouth in the cup midweek would have been perfect for me. I fucking would never ever go to Bournemouth away in the cup ever. Rob reckons it's only because you took oil home. Took oil home. It's only because you took oil home. What does he mean? I don't get it. We were shit and all. Do you know what I watched? I fell asleep. We were winning 2-1, and then woke up. It was 2-2, but then watched all the Arsenal City game because I was still like rough as fuck, and I just for the Arsenal City game just before the game kicked off, I just bit the bullet and had a joint, and it sorted me out perfectly. Got back in bed, watched the game, feel fine. I'm just tired now. Ollie. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it did. But either Ollie or fucking Rob, it's still in contention. They both argue over whose fault it was. I think it's Rob's fault. They drove the worst way ever to get to Ollie's. He ended up going over a fucking toll bridge like miles out. Yes, LF. Yes, LF. LF, mate, the biggest drinker. Like, I've never known anyone to be able to drink as much as him. Ever in the world. And that's a serious title, isn't it? Never known anyone to be able to put beer back as much as him. Draw was a decent result because we were shit today. Opinions on whiskey, worst. I can't drink whiskey at all. Whiskey to me is the worst of all spirits. I can't even have a drop of it. We're an hour from our last charge. Oh, right, you still got another charge. So, and then how long after that charge? Do you know what? City, I think it's going to be a low tally this season for the title. So I think we are. I think we genuinely will be in a bit of a title race. We won't win it. I think City will just about win it, but they're not good. I know they're missing. They're missing Rodri and De Bruyne, aren't they? So obviously that's massive for them. Imagine taking them 2 players out of our team. I don't know actually, because can you believe we've not bought 6? Just thinking about this before, mate. 90 points wins it. 85 wins it. I think close to 85. I think it'd be like an 86, 87 point season. Honestly, just a mad one. But I don't think I'll mind that the game I don't like the fucking 90 odd point seasons, me, because when there's less points, obviously more teams are winning, so it's a bit more of a. That's what it used to be, didn't it? The Mourinho times and Benitez times, and that was around that point margin because everyone beat everybody. Another hour we're stuck in traffic. See, imagine that, and I'd have been in that car. If I'd have gone to Brighton today, I'd have been in that car 100%, and I'd be having their journey now. But there is a big screen though. There's a big screen in the car. So who's in the car? You, Luke, and who? Who's the 4th person in the car who's took my spot? I couldn't think of anything worse than going to Brighton today. Nothing worse. Even if I was fully fresh as anything, I couldn't think of anything worse than going there. How long have we been doing? Only been on 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I thought it was about 20 minutes. Right. I'll do some of the questions from the thing. Made up you took that ticket, Seb. Oh, did Luke not go? Blew it. Is it true Billy Carney's lost half himself? He's lost a lot of weight, you know. He's lost a lot of weight. He's looking good. I noticed it the most in the airport in Lask. Was it last year when we got through passport control? He's lost loads of weight, you know. Fair play on him, man. He's lost loads of weight. I'm putting it all back on me. Sad that, innit? Fucking lost loads of weight. Healthiest. I would say the lead up to Lost Village, I was one of the healthiest Men alive. Well, a healthy person, definitely. I was fasting 2-3 times a week minimum. 2 minimum. Have I missed any of the Wolfpack questions? Not yet. I've got them here. He's asked 3 questions. I think 2 of them are pointless. 2 of them are shit. What was I saying then? What was we talking about then? Forgot what I was talking about. How many kebab does it take to beat a gorilla? How many kebabs to beat a gorilla? See, that's a sick question. Would 10 kebabs beat a gorilla? Or is that ridiculous? 10, surely 10 kebabs. Think how strong kebab is and 10 of them all jumping all over you and that. How big's a gorilla's arm? Is a gorilla's arm the size of kebab? 50? No, I'm not watching Big Brother at 9. This is on till half 9. I'm going against Big Brother. I'm going head to head with it. Who do I think I am? I don't know if I'll be watching Big Brother. I can't commit to watching things like that anymore. I just like watching like series and shit. I've been watching anything NFL at the minute. I've just finished series 1 of Last Chance U, but I've also watched series 5 because Netflix played that first. And then I've watched the quarterback series, all of it, loved it. And then I'm watching Last Chance U at the minute. And then I watched that Swamps one. Last Chance U is the one. How sick is it, Sean? How sick is it? Because he's a bacon. What's the real reason? He was supposed to meet at who would win in a fight, Remy the rat or from Ratatouille or Stuart Little. I've never seen Ratatouille, but Stuart Little weren't much of a fighter, was he? And I just don't think he'll do things like walk and talks. He's supposed to have met up with like a few over the years, like Everton fans before games for a pint and that, and I don't think he ever shows up in that. I don't know. He's just a bit mad, isn't he? Yeah, Last Chance U's sick. Is it? Did Luke go? Or is Luke not in the car? Luke, why is Luke ignoring me? Luke, did you go? Lee Dog, I guess it's a question. Is Khabib strong enough to choke out a gorilla if he got rear naked or something? Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Because even if there's 10 of them, how do they put the gorilla out? What can Khabib? Nah, swerve. Did you swerve it? Unreal. Met Carragher at services on my way home. Carragher's sound, isn't it? I met Carragher once. At a services as well. Yeah, was it a services, wasn't it? Yeah. Met Carragher at services once. He's all right. I didn't hardly even speak to him. I just said one thing to him. All right. Remy would kill him. Was Remy a gangster? Stuart Little wasn't like about anything, was he? He was like a nerdy kid or a nerdy mouse. Nah, Stuart Little would have got beat up. Chicken video the other day was the best one yet. Just be chatting really, wasn't it? The chicken one. But what was I on about? Yeah, Last Chance U. I've done a Last Chance U review video. It's the only time I've done a video and I'm sat on it. Thoughts on them 2 sons, the dads that dance on TikTok. Do you know what, right? So they are the worst people ever. They're the worst people ever, aren't they? That, but obviously, I don't know how much money they're making from that. But if they're living off that, which I don't know if they are or not, but if they're living off if their whole income is just dancing in their fucking garden, imagine that's sick. Not having to work, making serious money. Yeah, exactly. That's their life, just dancing in the video. Think of how much people go to work. Would you go to work Monday to Friday, or would you fucking dance on a video in the back garden with your 2 sons? He'll be made up, him. What sons that age want to still knock about with their dad? Unless it's like football. Fucking none of them. No one's going to be doing shit. He probably can't believe his luck that his fucking sons want to do something with him. But they are the worst things ever. Seeing they're doing adverts for Reading's shop and say, yeah, if they're smashing it, but they're the worst people ever, and the dancers are the worst dancers ever. But like, fair play. I'm definitely going to be fucking exploiting JJ if he keeps being cute. I'll make him the star attraction, and I'll just like cling on. So definitely, yeah, they're smashing it. Probably touches his sons up. I mean, I don't know. The dad's still working full time as well, is it? No way. But are they making serious money that he doesn't need to work full time? I guess he's just not asked, is he? Where does he work though? Surely he can't go and work after doing them videos. He has to work from home, doesn't he? The dad works from home, definitely. Connor, you know everything about any fucking influencers, don't you? What's the dad do? What did you have for tea? So yesterday I did this yesterday. I had a fucking nightmare before that. What's it called? The watch along. Them watch alongs are sick. The boxing watch alongs and the like the UFC ones are fucking the best thing to do by far. Well better than football, because football you actually you miss everything, but the boxing ones you like. I feel like I'm not that arsed about seeing it, and then you just watch a little bits anyway. But they're sick. But yesterday, because it didn't start till 8, I was thinking, what the fuck am I going to do till 8? So I just fucking got stoned all day, I put the slow cooker in, so it finished at 6. Thinking, oh, that's a good time to have my tea just before I fucking do the watch along. By like 3 o'clock, I was eating everything in the house. Everything. I was dipping bread into the slow cooker when it was just like a fucking liquid because I was starving, dipping things in it, eating all the shit, made cheese on toast and everything. And then at 4 o'clock, couldn't wait anymore and like stopped the slow cooker 2 hours. Well, took loads of bits of the slow cooker stuff out and thickened it up with gravy granules because I was just that hungry and had it on mash. But it was nice, but then I felt sick. And you just have to take yourself upstairs to have like a nap. You're going to have it. And I knew I had to. I went upstairs, put Last Chance U on, watched one episode of it. And then it's when you turn to your side and you're finished. I was fucking finished. And then I woke up. Not what I said as a new man, like fully. Whenever I fall asleep, even if it's for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, obviously I wouldn't say like it would ever be that case where I would blunder or anything. But I feel like when I fall asleep, even if it's for 30 minutes, everything resets in my thing and I will always wake up sober. Josh, seeing how many people that Irish nonce gets on the live watch-alongs, you need to do them. I know they always get proper loads of viewers to watch-alongs, but I just hate I feel like I've slagged watch-alongs off too much to do them for football, and I don't even know if I'd enjoy them. And you can't watch the game. You can't watch the game when you do the watch-alongs, and I do like watching Liverpool. Obviously, today I just wasn't asked. I was fell asleep, but I just have to do them for Europe. I'll do them for European games. I'll do them for cup games. All cup games I'll do them for. I'll do them for European games. That's it. Should definitely maybe actually when's all night games? European and League Cup. I'll do it for them. Is it weird? I prefer City to win the league over Arsenal. I'd say so, but where are you from? Depends where you're from. Like last year, I wanted Arsenal to win over City, and I think like maybe most Liverpool fans probably did. I don't know. But then like one of my mates who's a Liverpool fan who's from London, he wanted Arsenal to lose by 1 million points, 8 some, and I can understand it because he would have grew up around Liverpool fans, wouldn't it? Around Arsenal fans. Did you see Dan Neil scored yellow for Sunderland yesterday? Nah, do you know what? I do like Sunderland. I watch out for the results, but I don't watch them on telly. But nah, what happened? Was it a bad second yellow? Definitely don't want City to do 4 in a row. I know 4, but then this is weird. So I kind of like City breaking records now. It doesn't really mean anything. Liverpool are never going to be in a position where we win 3 in a row ever. So we're not going to catch that record. So them winning 4 in a row doesn't bother me as much because then it fully just tops United. Like they've gone one better than United. They won the treble. They've done 4 in a row when they did 3 in a row. That's how much I hate United, that I don't care if City do well, like sometimes to top their achievements. Last year when they won the treble, it was the worst ever. But the saving grace was that they've just wiped out United's biggest ever achievement because they've just won the treble as well, and no one cares now. So no one cares that United won it, and no one cares because no one cares about City really when they win something. That they think we care, and obviously we care. Why would you not? Why obviously we don't like City, but the difference between not liking someone and like they say, oh, you're talking about us. Obviously, everyone talks about everything to everybody. So obviously, at some point, people will talk about Man City to their friends or to people, but I can say hand on heart, and I reckon most other people can be. When City wins something, you're asked for the day, and then within 2-3 days, you do not care. Doesn't matter. No one's asked. Even with I thought it would be worse with the Champions League because they finally won one. Like it was good to say they never had them, and when they won that, I was devastated. Genuinely was devastated. And then within about a week, it's just like I don't care. Even worse, I feel like it's worse with Chelsea. Like I get more angry when Chelsea win things than City. I still don't really care enough about City to care when they win things. So I won't be asked if they won 4 in a row, but I don't think Arsenal are going to be in it. I think we're a better side than Arsenal, People are going to say that's nuts, but I don't think Arsenal are that good a side. Can't deal with them fan TV Muppets if they win the league, though. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I couldn't be asked from either. What's your job, mate? I'm sure this gets asked every single podcast, every single live chat, and I tell the same, and I say it every live chat. Well, there's no one watching the old live chats. I work 2 days a week, mate, and I make sterile lab equipment part-time. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I live the real life. Luke's Carlisle massive. Yes, Luke Docker. Good guy. Why? What happened? What did Ryan retract? What did he delete? What else? Arsenal are too corny. Corny. Oh, it's Mike as well. If you weren't you, that Mike, then I think I'd have laughed at you more for using the word corny. City won a treble and I wasn't asked a day later. Yeah, true. Can still go top after the derby, reckon we're in. I think us and Arsenal and them will keep it quite tight maybe like 4 or 5 points between first and third. And those three will be miles ahead of everyone else, miles ahead of the race for top four that Tottenham and United are going to have. If United have it, Tottenham might just have it on their own. But when City kick on after in like March and they win loads of games, or February and they win all their games in a row, we'll drop off massively, and so will Arsenal. Will finish like 6 points behind them. But I think we'll keep it honest until about April, and then I think you'll know that City are going to win the league. Maybe May, like early May. Tuned in late again, didn't I? Going to have to rewatch later. Why? What have you missed? I don't think you've even missed anything. 20 minutes of just talking nonsense. Thoughts on Bellingham and how he's doing since joining Real Madrid. So, obviously, I'm probably going to get killed with how good he's going to turn out, because I've said he's shit for 2 years. Said he was nothing special. Still half don't know if he is special. Don't know if he's that good. Hotel can't be that bouncing. You're on YouTube watching Josh Woogs. Who's that? What do you mean? Whose hotel's bouncing? Brighton Hotel is bouncing. Oh, is he not? Oh, are you in Brighton? Are you in Brighton watching this? No way! I didn't know you were staying over. Yeah, it's booming, mate. Everyone's got me on now. I'm on in the car on the way home. Why? This is a nice time, Louis. Who wins? Great Khali and Big Show versus Dimitri Johnson and Dodson. So you'd say obviously Johnson and Dodson, but in just on a no rules fight where they can like bite and that, if they get older, then they're finished, aren't they? Whereas obviously if it was an MMA fight, they would get fucking killed. Great Khali can't walk. I know he's so slow. Khali Slap Merchant. So I didn't realise until I watched the documentary. I feel like as a kid, I didn't even get onto the fact that he couldn't do anything. And he was like fucked when he could hardly even move his body, and they just had to make matches around him. As a kid, I never used to think, why is he in the worst matches of all time? Why does he never do anything? I just thought he was a great Khali. You're on in the car here as well. Do you know what I mean? Going out live to loads of people. That's not right though, because then I'm getting one view for that, but 4 people are watching it. It's a fucking disgrace, mate. Being robbed of views. I'm fucking having my views hoarded by vehicles on the way home. Carly Slap Merchant, hi Louis. Louis said that your looks like you brush it with a toffee apple, didn't he? Don't know why it made me I know why it made me laugh, because it's funny. Right. Jay Clayto, do you or your listeners reckon you could fight a sheep? Not tackle it from behind or anything, just full on have a brawl with a sheep, he says. What do we reckon? Do you reckon you could have a fight with a sheep? Why is sheep hard? What do sheep do that makes them hard? They've not got horns, have they? Sheep. Not horns, the things. Sheeps are not hard. Is he not thinking of bulls? A sheep? I could fight a sheep. A sheep? You don't reckon you could fight a sheep? I had them horns, I am not face. If it had them, yeah, the horns are different, but just a sheep. Do you not reckon you could fight a sheep? They don't seem to be up to much. Look at how fluffy they are in that. Can they kick hard? If your sheep runs at you, you're going clean off your feet. Oh, are they strong? I reckon they're harder. Looks, you know. That's a ram. No, that's a sheep, mate. Oh, that's a ram. Is that the one with the things is a ram? Seb, get out my seat. I could take a sheep. I think I could. And then again, how thick are the heads? How thick are the heads? Because you got to think. One thing that I never think about sometimes when I'm doing these people versus thingy fights is, would a sheep feel a punch from me or anybody? Like, they always have mad heads and stuff, don't they? Farmers manhandle sheep every day. Nah, I'd lever it. Flip it on its back, they won't know what's going on. Yeah, but can they kick hard? Can sheep kick hard? Sheep kick hard. I'll bring it up on YouTube. Oh my God, they can kick hard. Sheep can kick hard. Imagine it. Look, things are made out of like clay. The shoes, mate. Imagine that in your shin. Imagine how bad our shins are anyway. Imagine a clay fucking hoof thing in your shin from a sheep. Mad shout that LA. What did he say? Flip it on its back. They won't know what's going on. All right. Sheep getting underestimated. Why? What do you think of the sheep's weapons? Just running at people. They can kick backwards as well. Just keep it in front, then, don't you? Keep it going. But then can they only kick backwards, or do they kick both ways? Do you think you could fight a kangaroo? No way. Kangaroo, no way. They're too big. But actually, didn't I read something about kangaroos that they're one of the worst cardioed animals? So they gas dead easy. Is that true about kangaroos? Yeah, they can kick back. They can only kick backwards. They can only kick backwards. Well, then obviously you can fight. Or they can definitely kick both ways. No, can they only kick backwards? Yeah, farmers do beat sheep in grappling matches to shear them, don't they? The sheep don't want to be fucking sheared, mate. They fight back, but don't they put them? Don't they hang them up and stuff now? Though I've seen them on things where they dangle down from the top. Kangaroo got mad little daggers in their fist. I wouldn't fight a kangaroo. No way. I would get off from a kangaroo. That guy punched the kangaroo, and the kangaroo did get off, but I feel like he got off because he thought, "Who is this guy?" Because the punch did nothing to the kangaroo. He just like stood him up, and then I think that's why he got off, because he just thought, "What's the point?" But is that true about being? Why is no one answering me about the fuck? I have to Google it. I'm sure kangaroos have got the worst cardio ever. Kangaroo cardio. Just brought up a fucking dance club. Do kangaroos have bad cardio? I'm sure I read that. Oh no, it says they have endurance. They're able to cover long distances at a steady pace. Maybe they just can't fight then, I don't know. Stood him up. It did stand him up, didn't it? But you know what I mean? But it didn't do anything. It attacked his dog. So a sheep can kick forwards, and the kangaroo, yeah, I know it attacked his dog, mate, but you think if a kangaroo attacked Bobby, I'm having a fight with a kangaroo, you're fucking mad. The dog's just got to go home, sorry. I'm not fighting a kangaroo for my dog. I'd like try and get my dog back, but I ain't going to go and have a full-on scrap with a kangaroo. I don't even like Bobby anymore. Lad, it doesn't even need cardio, it just would fight you once you was. So yeah, it wouldn't it? The feet, again, their feet are hard. Their feet will fuck you up, wouldn't they? What was that question? What was we just talking about this question then? Oh, this is the question, the sheep from behind. Yeah, we've tackled that. I think I could fight a sheep. Oh yeah, they can kick forwards, yeah. So I don't know. You probably the main question on this is how hard is a head sheep? Because if they're not going to feel a punch, then what can you do to it? How can you win it in a fight? You can hold it down because they might not have any power, and so you can shear it. But if you can't if it doesn't feel a punch off you, how are you going to put it out? You're not going to be able to strangle it, are you? So you would probably rear naked choke. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Could you choke a sheep out? How big is its neck? How strong are they? What's your favourite Bulgarian? Who's your favourite Bulgarian? Who's Bulgarian? Who I know? Oh, the guy from fucking. Oh my god. Yeah, he's probably my favourite Bulgarian on the Bulgarian I know, but he's mad. Shite talk. This is shite talk about something else. Mate, everyone likes. We're getting deep into the sheep question. It's nice, this. Right, I think I could fight a sheep, and I think it would be like a competitive fight, but I don't know if I'd win because I don't know how I would win. But I think I could have a fight with sheep, yeah. Carl Rigby, do you ever think there will be a boy born who can swim faster than a shark? A lot of animal questions this week. So I actually thought about this when he sent it, mate. I think, yeah, but we'll never get that person because there would never be any money in being it. I think you would have to be the most perfectly drugged up designer athlete ever for a person to beat a shark. But what's the benefit of being that? What's the benefit of being a proper drugged up cheat where you can't go in the Olympics or anything, so you can't make any money? So I think you could. KSI, Fury, Dennis, Paul. I think surely Tommy Fury has to beat KSI. Like surely. I don't know why he would make a fight that he has no chance of winning. Surely he can't. I don't get it. Surely he can't win just because he can't box. And Tommy Fury obviously can't box, but he's kind of a boxer. And I keep getting swayed on Dennis, but I just feel like because think about it. Now that I think back at fucking what's it called, Logan Paul fights. He's awful, isn't he? He's fucking terrible. He can't box at all. He's shocking. So yeah, you're a nonce, Luke. This is weird, this, Luke. Where's the mods at this? Someone has to give Luke a timeout, surely. Logan Paul is a massive juice head. Yeah, of course, they're all juice heads, but surely nobody cares about Logan Paul being on juice. Why would anybody care about it? Surely when Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis gets announced, nobody in the world is thinking, fucking I hope they've got strong drug testing for that. Why would anyone care about any of them two being on juice? That's perfect. Let them be on juice. It might make them a little bit better. when they're very, very bad. No, he isn't. He can't strike at all. In his first 2 Bellator fights, he looked horrendous striking wise. He just got them both down because they were shocking opponents, and he just dragged them to the floor and submitted them. And he looks horrendous every time he releases any videos. He's awful at striking. He was jiu-jitsu guy, wasn't he? He was part of which Gracie was it? Was it Renzo Gracie? He was part of remember the brown belt all-star squad? I can't remember who was in it, but they were all brown belts, and they've all gone on to be like really big jiu-jitsu people. And he was in that brown squad, but then when he went as a black belt, he went shit. He gets him in a choke or something. Do you think he'll do that? If that's not in the contract, right? If that's not in the contract that he can't get him in a choke and get disqualified and nothing happens, then I'd do it. But it's licensed, in it, so the board, he won't get paid. The board will take his finger, and he needs the money. That's the only reason why he's definitely not pulled out, because he needs the money for the fight, doesn't he? Bad. I feel like if he wasn't getting sued off Logan Paul's missus, he would have pulled out. He would have done something to his hand or something, like shut his hand in the door or fucking anything. I don't know. Twisted ankle or something to get out of the fight, literally, so he'd have to pay 100 grand. And I would as well, by the way. If I didn't want to do something and there was an 100 grand penalty, as if you wouldn't shut a door into your hand and get injured, like, of course you would. Who's asked? It'd be fucking fixed in a month and you wouldn't have to pay 100 grand. So, but he can't do that now because he can't not fight because he needs the money. I love your boxing predictions. Whatever you say, I do the opposite. Fuck off, mate. That by the way, that accumulator that I put up, fuck everybody else in here. That accumulator that I put on yesterday during the live chat where I thought about it. Yeah, Louis has done that for years, but fuck you. Look at this. Only one that let me down was Alila McFarlane, and I said I put her on it because I like her. I only put her on the bet because I like her. I let my heart rule my head because she was on Ariel Hawani's show, and she's dead nice, and she's from Hawaii, and she's sound, and I put her on the bet to beat Liz Carmouche. Liz Carmouche won the last 5 fights in a row by knockout because she's obviously got on the juice when she's gone to Bellator. And that's the only thing that let that bet down. Everything else, what came in, one or more knockdown on Lee Wood. Usman Nurmagomedov to win. Cyborg to win. Fight to go the distance, no. Grant Dawson and Bobby Green. Fight to go the distance, no. Joe Pfeiffer. Fight to go the distance, Karolina Kovacevic and that Diana. Drew Dober and Waheem Butley. Fucking 8 came in. No, it's more than 8. 9 came in, 1 let me down. Mate, Wolfpack's tips wouldn't lose by 1 fight. Is he good? People tell me his golf stuff's spot on, But is he actually good? Because I feel like he's he wins a few bets, doesn't he? But when he first made the page, and I was like, I weren't following it, but I'd keep up with it. I'd look on the thingies, the football ones, and they'd all lose. He'd do 3 football accumulators, and every single one would lose all the time. Or like, I don't mean every 3 team would lose, but every accumulator would lose. He would never get one wrong. Right. Did you get put in a timeout, Luke? Did they put you in a timeout for that weird question? Are my mods even here? He chats shit. I went through a couple of bets and they didn't come in, but he'd claim they did. He's clueless. Oh, really? But people say his golf ones are good. He's got another watch on. It made me laugh because he was on holiday and then he got the watches obviously on holiday. Like, so it's funnier because he's obviously a blag and I don't know, like, he knows we know the fake, and so I think like it's funnier. But I'm glad he never did the walk and talk. Do you think he'll ever do it? I don't think he'll ever do it. He deleted Pure off that page. Has he deleted loads of it? Why did I think he wouldn't be up to something that only man to get a big Armani watch real ones about 8? Yeah, I know. They were like they were the first watch when I like started buying watches. And I was skinned. They were the watches I would start buying, the Armani exchange ones, and that. They're about I think they're even less. If you get on a flight, you can usually get one for about 60 quid. He probably paid 20 to the guy because he wouldn't have been able to haggle the lucky man down. The lucky man's definitely standing firm on a price with Hamlett. Do you know any? Wait, hang on. I'm not reading it. What was that? I'm not reading it anywhere. Get Crawler on. I don't know if he'd come on. Yeah, he probably would. I don't do question things, or do I? Maybe get him on the football one. He can ring in when you talk about United or something. Josh, is the dog bark alarm any good? Is my dog bark? Oh, mate, how weird's that? How weird's that? So get this, yeah. So a bit of mad story from fucking. I still need to. Well, I'm not doing it now. It's obviously the fucking boat's well gone with the Bratislava / Lask review. Even though people keep saying, "Well, you're doing it," I've just not done it. Maybe I should have done it, but I haven't. It's too late now. But so fucking Mark's in our room. We had a room where all four of us had to stay in the room. Fucking bunk beds, by the way. Well, not bunk beds. It was weird. It was like, remember? Did anyone ever go to Long Sled Ale or shit like that? All fucking mad shit when you were with school and you had them massive big bunk beds where the top bunk's just a big long slat thing, whatever that is. Where's the paneling gone? What do you mean the paneling? Paneling is this side, behind with the mirror. John Jones versus an alligator in water, first fight out of the water rematch. John Jones couldn't be an alligator in water. He'd get fucking killed. It wouldn't be a rematch because it'd eat him. Good result today. Now drawing away. I know we lost some last year, but I just don't think that's a good result because I think Brighton is shit and we should have beat them. It's not a good result, and it's annoying me because we've not got a 6, and it's like the fact that we're conceding goals. And they said it. Liverpool got a problem with conceding goals when we conceded. We've got a problem with conceding goals because we didn't buy a fucking 6, and a 6 is important, very important. And it's pissed me off now because at first I was just like, yeah, to be fair, maybe he's playing a system where you don't really need a 6, and like a proper 6, and it's nice just having fucking, I don't know, 3 creative midfielders, fucking good, happy vibes. But no one need a 6. It's quite evident we need a 6. And he's playing McAllister as a little bit of a 6, even though not a proper, like not expected to do the proper 6 role. It's almost like a weird to say it, but it's almost like a triple thing in it, like a triple pivot or whatever, where there's fucking 3 midfielders who are all expected to do more so that they don't need an out-and-out defensive midfielder. But it's fucking shit. We need a defensive midfielder. The reason why we were so sick when we had Fabinho there was because he was a sick, break up everything defensive midfielder, could run all day and could fucking snap and win tackles and everything. Josh has got to learn what double pivot is and haven't used it once, and we haven't used once. Single pivot. I know what it is. I know what it is now, but what does that even matter? What am I talking about? I do know what they are now, but I'd rather us do never play a double pivot, play just one. I love a defensive midfielder, a big defensive midfielder. Imagine a sick defensive midfielder with McAllister and Slobozai, or McAllister, or any of the 3 of Gravenbach with a proper number 6. It's fucking horrendous. Like them 2 could be free to do everything. Like everyone's getting on. I don't really, like I said, I don't really rate Brighton players, so I obviously don't really rate McAllister. But everyone's moaning about him. But he's playing. He's not 6. He's never been a 6. Point aside Endo when he's playing McAllister though, who's been dog all season. I know exactly. And you know what? So Klopp does this a lot where I don't know why he does it, but he'll, instead of just going, remember when we had the defensive crisis and he spent the first like 10, 12 games of the crisis just playing Henderson and fucking Fabinho at centre half. Like, why, mate? Play the centre halves, play actual centre halves at centre half. Don't play midfielders at centre half, and then like play shit midfielders in midfield. Play just trust the kids, and then when they put the kids in, Nat Phillips and what was he called? The other kid, what's his name now? Williams. And we actually had decent midfielders in front of them instead of fucking dog shit midfielders, and then them. We started playing well, so just play. Honestly, at this point, if we've not signed a proper 6, just play Endo in number 6. And I bet he'd surprise a few of us. I reckon he'd end up being a proper, like, gets more stuck in for his size and that. Do you know what I mean? And gets about, throws himself into tackles, high energy and everything. I think we'd end up liking him. But then who'd you take out the team? You just play McAllister further forward with Slobozai, and Gravenbach doesn't get in the team because he's obviously bought all 3 of them to play on it. We've got L's questions. Shall I do them now? It's not very well done this today because 5 minutes in I was cancelling it. I was just going to do it tomorrow. It's only Louis who made me do it. So rough. Right, what's the other one? Right, the last question before that is... No, it's not the last question, but now Burke, big up Farnworth. What does Ray Winston actually say at the IFL intro? Does anyone know? I ain't got a clue. Can never work it out. Stopped it and listened to it loads of times. Can't work it out. Don't know what he says. Does anybody know what he says? He just goes like, it's completely inaudible. Why do they use it? Why do they use it on the fucking credit? Why do they use something that no one knows what he says as the actual thing? Is there more doors or wheels in the world? More doors or wheels? Wheels, definitely. Just buy cars alone would make more wheels. But then again, all houses have doors. Maybe doors because of houses. Right, we'll just get to Hamlett's questions because they're always good. So first one was, what was the last fight you had and how did it go? I can't remember the last fight I had. Who was the last time I had a fight with anyone? Like an actual fight? When was the last time I had a fight? I don't know, I'm guessing years. Not Sheffield. We'll talk about that on the finger. The bikes play it out loud. What out loud? He doesn't send me the voice notes to the typed out the questions. He doesn't send me voice notes. Is that what you mean? But yeah, I don't know when was the last time I had a fight. Who was the last time I think in town. Did I have a fight in town? I feel like I remember. When was it? I feel like the last fight I had there was a few people fighting, but when was that? And who was that? Danny was definitely there. You look confused tonight, Josh lad. Yeah, I'm fucking rough and stoned out my head. I'm fucking very confused. I just want to get in bed. I'm tired, rough, and stoned. I think the last fight I had was a group fight. I can't remember. Scrapping in Bamboogie. I've had a fight in Bamboogie. We've had a group fight in Bamboogie in Bolton. Are you from Bolton, Lee Dog? And we had a group fight in there at the top of Bamboogie. Because someone spill a drink, or did someone throw a drink, or knock a drink over? Can't remember. Something to do with a drink at the top of Bamboogie, and there was a fight with 2 black lads. No, 3 black lads actually. 3 black lads. Ray Winston. What about Ray Winston? Play it out loud. All right, play it out loud. Yeah, I will. Right, play this out loud. Do you know what I'm missing? I wanted to really watch I wanted to listen to the Nut House podcast live because I really enjoyed the Warrington fight. How sick was the Warrington fight? That watch along was sick. Can you believe how that fight finished? I thought Warrington looked unbelievable. Obviously, first 2 rounds were close, weren't they? And then I thought Warrington looked unbelievable. He was fucking easily winning the fight. I thought 2 more rounds he was gonna stop Lee Wood because he was fucking Lee Wood got hurt, buzzed multiple times in multiple rounds. He was well ahead. I think the judges had it 5-2, didn't they, at the stoppage? And one had it. No, I think they all had it 5-2, didn't they? And I thought he was going to stop him. And then where the fuck did that come from? At the time, I feel like because I was pissed, I didn't realise the stoppage was quite like early. And everyone's kicking off about the stoppage. But I've watched it back and he doesn't turn around, does he? So, like, what are you supposed to do? He doesn't fucking turn around. The ref's obviously going to stop it. How would I find the IFL thing? Because they've changed all the... They've changed all the things now, haven't they? Do you know the... Yeah, no, that's not it. They've changed the background thing, if you know what I mean, what plays at the start of a video. So I'd have to find an old video. Yeah, 8 months ago. Oh, this is the other one. That was Did it do well, that Raw, the fight thing? Because it just seems shocking, didn't it? That's a different one. That's the worst one. That's where he goes, it's been like a therapy session. Join us for the guest. And the live night never did well either, did it, apparently? People would go and watch Hearn, but why does Coogan Cassius think people would ever go and pay money to watch him talk about anything? You need to lend your mic to Coogan. Why? What's wrong? What's your favourite area of Liverpool? I don't know. Town. I only really go to town in Liverpool. Wood's story is incredible. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I can't believe it. He's got some. So, what would you say? I was working this out. Would you say he's got 4 world level wins as a British boxer? How many other British boxers? Obviously, there's a few, but there's not like hundreds of British boxers with 4 world level wins on the thing, is there? And he's smashed it, Lee Wood. Who's he going to fight now, though? He said that's definitely it. He can't make weight anymore. He's going to go up. Do you reckon they're just going to force the Cordina fight to happen? Because Cordina says, I don't want to fight these shit domestic fighters. I want to do unifications. But I feel like Eddie doesn't really get people undisputed, does he? Because he struggles. I don't think he's... Eddie says that he'll work with anyone, but Eddie doesn't really work with anyone. Like, none of the big guys anyway. So I feel like he struggles to get people undisputed. I don't know. I can't find the Ray Winston thing, but anyone who's seen it has seen it. Right, back to the question. So, Every Scouser in the world on an island with every XL bully in the world, who wins? Every Scouser versus every XL bully. Obviously, XL bullies, because think how much they outnumber Scousers, because all the world, there's XL bullies all the world, isn't there? Nah, Eddie definitely won't remember my name, no. Yeah, I think Wood will get beat by Cardina. Definitely think Wood will get beat by Cardina. Can you shout all your fans in the camp? Do you remember that guy? Do you remember that guy? Do you reckon they watching my lives? He said I was big in the can. Apparently, my Twitter's big in the can. He told me himself. A guy, his mate was who was like our age, younger than me, was going, "Are you famous then?" And I was like, "No, I'm not at all remotely famous." He's going, "This guy has only got." He had a Nokia. The other guy, he said he doesn't have any technology. How would he possibly know who you are when he doesn't have anything? He has no technology or anything. And I was like, "Mate, I don't know. I really can't tell you how people in prison are watching know who I am." But this is what he said. This is what this guy said. He knew me. But he wouldn't stop telling me that he'd been in jail because he was off his head. I was in a can. We ended up getting off because he was like freaking us out a little bit, me and Luke in the end. But yeah, some fucking old guy told me that I was big in the can. How about that? The can. That's what he kept calling it, mate. The can. I was in the can. He was a red, but his mate was a blue. And his mate was young and just couldn't believe it. But then his mate was also being a bit of a like agate off his head blue as well. Every Scouser in the world versus every XL bully, the XL bully in it, because there's far too many of them. And you need even if you had one XL bully to one Scouser, the XL bullies would win. But there's going to probably be 3 to every Scouser, so the bullies. And his last question is, how successful would Heath Ledger's Joker be in the real world? Not very, would he, at all? Because do you not feel like Batman, obviously it's a film, so you can't look too much into it, but the Joker gets away with like so much stuff in Batman that he would never get away with in real life, with all the like technology available to the police and stuff. Best away ground is, what's the best away ground? Tottenham's new ground is the best away ground. Am I getting paid? No, not yet, mate. I can monetize my videos. I turned the video on for Craig David. I made 54p. 54p so far from the Craig David video, but I don't turn them on for these because then you get adverts in that, and it's not worth it at the minute to turn it on anyway. So nah. Well, we've done the Adam Raw questions, so I'm guessing he's probably sound smashing it, just not that funny, is he? What about the Joker? The Joker wouldn't be successful in real life, would he? Definitely not. Too much going on, too much technology. Like, how would he get away with the things he gets away with? He wouldn't be able to fly for once. He ain't got a passport. He's not going to be able to fly. How would he fly around unless he fucking got? His passport wouldn't get on anything, would it? A private jet or anything like that. He'd be fucked. Put your questions in. Everyone's keeping me laughing. Put your questions in. Everyone keeping me laughing on a Sunday night. Don't get me mean. Joker would be dead or in jail. Definitely dead or in jail. Tomo or Ollie? Oof, Tomo or Ollie? Ollie, because Ollie's like, me and Tomo are like mates, good mates, football mates and that, but me and Ollie are like family mates, if you know what I mean, like from like a lot longer. I think, have I known Tomo? I've known Tomo more than Ollie though, haven't I? Have I known Tomo longer than Ollie? But me and Ollie are like family, close mates and that, like missus get on. I go and see his, well, I visited his kids, he's visited my kids, you know what I mean, like that. Or he'd just be a weirdo chatting shit online like Hamlett. He obviously goes out in that Hamlett though, because he gets the pictures on the beach and that. So he got a bird though, hasn't he? So maybe I would love to meet his bird. I'd love to see, because I always think like, how can she put up with him? But then you never know like. Maybe she's mad as well. Tomo's still my boy. Haha, I'm not having. He's got a bird. She must be a freak. So he has got a bird. Definitely got a bird. And when they was on holiday, because I questioned if he had a bird to somebody, and they said no. When he was on holiday, they follow her on Insta, and she was putting stories on. So because I kind of thought maybe he did have a bird, and then there's no post of his bird on his Instagram from like, I think like 2 years or something. And I thought maybe she's like gone and he's like not saying anything. But Seb or Luke, both Seb and Luke. equally. See Luke more, talk to Luke more. Me and Seb have a fucking laugh. Me and Seb have a laugh. Me and Luke have a laugh, but me and Seb have a laugh. Cool guys, both of them. Good friends that I've made through football, and I'll never see him again because I'm never going to the game ever again. Smidge, how's your dad doing, mate? He was doing all right. He got out of hospital on Monday, but then he went back in on Thursday. He's going to be in for a bit, I think. Thoughts on electric car, Rob? I love Rob. Rob got me my job. I love Rob. Me and Rob are mates. Me and Rob have been mates for a long time. I met Rob because in the Champions League under Rodgers, when we had the group, Bale, Madrid, and Ludogorets, I went to Bale on my own because I couldn't get time off work, so I did the day trip with the club. And then loads of us went to Madrid for like fucking 4 nights for the Madrid game. And then Ludogorets, nobody would come. And I tweeted saying I want to go to Ludogorets, but nobody will come. And Rob replied saying, come with us. So I never met him before. I said, right, fuck it, I'll come with you. But the way they were going, I had to go to Flint, meet them. We got the train from Flint all the way to Luton Airport, direct, mate. Drinking old rosy wine, rosy cider, is it called? What's it called? That again? The fucking like blow your head off, cloudy 9% cider. Oh, fucked. Why doesn't Warrington get a proper trainer? I don't know, I do think that sometimes because I think you get a lot more out of him, but I think it just works, just him and his dad, and don't know, maybe he's not that arsed, like, but I do think a better trainer would have helped him, but maybe it wouldn't because he's more just high energy. He's not got a style that really needs that much of a coach, if you know what I mean, because he wouldn't be able to do a lot more of the stuff. Shouldn't review boxes like IFL boxing. So guess what I saw? Do you know what I see? So Dana White, and I've looked into it. So no one's going over to the Abu Dhabi cards. None of the media go over, and they just don't go over for these Abu Dhabi cards. I don't know why. He was saying if your company won't pay for you, do it yourself, and that like. Most media outlets now with MMA won't pay for the thingies to go over to cover the things, and he's saying any media, anyone can be credentialed. Shall I might email not Dana White, but because it says email emails this woman. He says it on the fucking on his post fight interview. He says email this woman. Why wouldn't get that out? He says email this woman and we'll get you credentialed. I might email the woman and say, listen, I run a very successful media thing now. Can I get credentialed for fucking that and interview all the UFC fighters and be all in the press bit and that? No, I am going to do that, definitely. If I get a credential, I'm going to go. Because Abu Dhabi looks sick. I think I'd prefer Abu Dhabi to Dubai. Just go and chill. Outside of 2CB boast, spastic, you've been at a match. Don't know why I read spastic. I should have changed that word, really, shouldn't I? Interview Strickland and ask him if he could batter a sheep. Strickland won't be there, though, will he? Will he be there? Will Strickland be there? Charlie Parsons move over, Woogs is here. But they don't do MMA, do they? I don't feel like there's anybody who does an IFL for MMA. Shall I become the IFL for MMA? But I feel like no one cares about regional MMA enough for it to work. So you'd have to just go to every UFC event and you would never, ever make money from it because imagine having to fly to America once every week to cover UFC because you'd have to be there to do it. And no one cares about domestics enough to ever get views. You could do an interview with the Cage Warriors champion and it would probably get 2,000 views. No one's asked. No one cares about regional MMA. So it would never work. But as a one-off, it'd be good. If you jumped on that Octagon MMA, you could get sponsored. What do you mean? I don't care about it enough either to do it, to be honest. I just couldn't be asked. Yeah, but Eddie Hearn wouldn't do interviews with me, and you couldn't do it now anyway because it's well too saturated. Like there's loads of them doing it, isn't there? There's no way you could get into that now. It's well done. Eddie from the future. That's what his Twitter name was. Question for Sunday. Genuinely, what do you think would have went down if El Hamlett would have been game when you turned up at his? So the story ends, obviously, El Hamlett locked his mum out, yeah. Locked his mum out with us, it did. That is, I've told him, he always says, why do you have to talk about it? If people ask, I'll tell you. He locked his mum out of the house, yeah, and she was talking through the letterbox trying to get in. But to be fair to him, and maybe it was just because he didn't he just didn't really know what else it was. So when I got there, I had shorts on with no zip, so I left my phone in the car, yeah. Because how many times do you see fucking fights on the street and that, and then the phone goes flying and someone picks up the phone and that. So I left the phone in the car, walked over to him, and he had the thing off what's the middle bit off of weight? You know where you put the weights on the end? He had that in his hand. But I only went over just like this, and I was thinking, for fuck's sake, because you could he's definitely, I don't think he can fight. So you could definitely hit him, but you don't know if he's mad enough to hit you with that. So I hesitated at first because I'm thinking, fuck that. I don't want if he snaps my arm with that, it's not even worth having a snapped arm for Hamlett. So I hesitated, but then I thought, I don't know if he'd actually use it. So I carried on putting it on him then, and then he backed off, and then he didn't have a fence on his garden at the time, and he backed off into the garden. Then obviously, so at first, so I was supposed to be having him a fight, and then the other lad who had been giving shit to said he wanted to speak to him, and he did, to be fair, speak to him at the end, and it was like, you could tell he definitely won't fuck about with him anymore. So he was like to the side, he wasn't involved at first, and then he seen him, and that's when he fucking jumped over the thing. He ran to the house. No, to be fair, they were talking. No, that's a complete lie. He stood in his garden, and we were talking to him for ages, and his mum was saying like, oh, he used to do this on Facebook back in the past. Apparently people used to turn up at his mum's house from Facebook back in the day. Remember when we was all on Facebook? He was doing that on Facebook. People were getting his address and turning up there. She was selling the house. The house was for sale because too many people knew the address because of him. That's what she was telling us. And then when he said he got sectioned, he did get sectioned because his mum told us he was being sectioned on Monday. And that's when he said that. He put that tweet about 3 years ago. I was in wherever. Have you answered the questions on that fleece, rascal? That have you ever had any questions? This fleece is so. I went to I'll get back onto the Hamlett. Let me just sidetrack with the fleece. So I don't know if I've ever said it. I always do festivals. I used to always do festivals. I feel still will do them abroad. And I'd only ever done hot, just by chance, only ever done hot ones. And then, to be fair, even went to Copenhagen, and it was the first 2 days were roasting. And I've never been to one where it's rained ever. I remember Ziget's had one stormy day once. But it wasn't even a stormy day. When Thingy came on, what they call now, I like them, Blossoms. Is it Blossom or Blossoms? Whatever them. They came on, and because he even said, the guy said, oh, it would be when a fucking band from Stockport come that you have a storm. The storm just lasted their set. That was it. Lasted their set. The worst storm ever, by the way. People were getting off. It was that bad. Tents were getting blown over ever, and then it just stopped. So I'd never known that it was going to be cool. And I went to this festival with just shorts and t-shirt, and it pissed it down for 2 days and was fucking freezing. So I bought this from it was called a vintage shop, but it was definitely just like a secondhand shop on the thing. My mate bought a jacket, yeah, from the shop as well. And then 2 days later, because obviously we only had one warm thing, so we just wore it every night. I won't keep buying stuff for this fucking festival. And my mate wore a jacket, and 2 days later, some people grabbed him and said that's their jacket. He got robbed on the first day of the festival. And people just must rob clothes and fucking sell them to the vintage shop, or the vintage shop just rob them himself. We were so naive. Went to that festival in Copenhagen, and so every festival we'd done before that was always like, I don't know, maybe because it was the crowd there, because they were all Danish. Pepsi Max. Yeah, they were all Danish at the place. Like, it wasn't many English there, if really any. We met a few English people. So, but all the other festivals I've been to, it's where it's like they're abroad, but it's predominantly English, except Ziget's, which is everywhere. It's like you get people from every single country. Mate, we got robbed every single day in Copenhagen. Our tent just kept, because we kept leaving things in our in the porch bit. We got robbed all the time. They robbed our fucking aftershave, our drinks. They robbed the speaker. Mate, it's robbed. So I probably shouldn't have said that. I started robbing people back. Do you know what I mean? Every time I'd walk past the tent, if I seen something like that, I think, I'll have that if it was something good. I didn't rob anything of any value, but robbed beer and shit. Definitely robbed a lot of beer on the way back to our thing. But we got fucking cased down, mate. Robbed our tent, everything robbed. Did Thingy's slides get robbed? Yeah, Lloyd's slides got robbed. I'm sure they did. Or was it Jordan's? Or was it mine? Did my slides get robbed? One of our slides got robbed, and to be honest, I think it was Lloyd's. I think someone's slides got robbed anyway. We got terrorized, and that's when I bought this. Oh yeah, back to the Hamlett thing. Have you seen? I'm not reading that either. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if that's going to be one of the things. I'm not reading any names on this ever. But yeah, we were talking. His mum was saying, Hamlett's mum was saying that he's been sectioned, and I think he must have been sectioned, yeah, and that he does it all the time. And then Thingy was so I don't know if he'd want me to say his name. The lad who I came with was talking to him, saying, "Listen, like, people will come up here and have you a fight and that and knock on the house, but if you keep fucking about with me, like I won't come up and want you a fight or anything, like, I'll do a lot more than that and all this. And he definitely like shit himself from being told that. And he ran in the house, locked the door, fully locked the door. And his mum was saying, let me in. And he was going, I'm not letting you in till they go. So that's what it went down. He knows that's how it went down. He doesn't even deny it now, to be honest. But I will always say at the start, when I walked over to him just to have a fight with him, he did have a big fucking metal bar in his hand. So it was like, fair enough, yeah. I didn't think he had. For some reason, I've always got this little blue baseball. It used to be a silver one. Now I've got a blue. I'll always have at least a baseball bat. Like, not at least. I mean, that's it. I don't carry fucking weapons, but I'll have a baseball bat in my boot all the time because you never know when someone's going to have proper bad road rage, use a fucking juice bomb, and you need something. I didn't even bother taking anything over to him because I didn't think he would be like game enough to have a weapon, but he did have a weapon. So fair play to him. He must be a tiny bit game, or maybe just like a fight or flight mode. I don't know, but I don't think he can fight. I think I would have won him a fight. I definitely would have won him a fight. I don't know what I'm saying. I think when I'm stoned, I always like go softer. I definitely would batter Hamlett. But I don't mind him anymore. And it ain't one of them. Nico Carrillo, a Muay Thai fighter. I don't watch Muay Thai, mate. He said I'm a massive Chelsea fan, but is he a Chelsea fan, or did he not just mean he likes Chelsea? He's a fan of, like, do you know what I mean? Because he didn't say supports Chelsea, did he? He said I'm a massive Chelsea fan, didn't he? But that video that he just did then, where he was picking his favourite players, he chose every player right, though. Paul Merson gets a lot of stick because he's like proper like English and says a lot of names wrong, but he's the most knowledgeable one of all of them. Mainly, he's not like blinded by stats, and he still watches football with his eyes, and you can tell by that video that he watches football with his eyes, and that's why he can call out blatantly bad players when they're in front of that. He got the Harry Maguire video when he signed for him. He got the Harry Maguire video when he signed for him perfectly right. Said straight away he won't be good there because of what he's good at does not match United, and he wasn't good there. See his stuff with Mike Dean too. Spot on, exactly. Mike Dean makes a little thing saying, "Oh, they don't know the rules," as we've just seen there, and it's like, obviously, yeah, that's the rules. But do you really think if they'd have given that goal, obviously Tottenham would have kicked off, but they'd just got told to shut up? It's common sense. Nothing would have happened. They wouldn't have been seen badly. He's a Chelsea fan. I heard him on Carragher's podcast. Nowhere. Oh, I've watched it. I've watched Carragher and him on Carragher's podcast. I liked Carragher's podcast, but I only liked it when it had certain people. And I liked the Bellamy episode, and I loved the thingy one, the Paul Merson one. Who else did he have on it that was good? And the Crouch one. What happened to that? Why did he stop doing it? And Soccer's Act the other day, proper Chelsea fan. That's weird, Danny, because I thought he was an Arsenal fan. No way. Do you not find that mad that you can play for a team so long, win league titles with them, and it not like turn you as an actual fan? After a year, how many subscribers do you riskily want to have? I don't know. A year. Maybe like 6K, 7K. Spent thousands on Merce on table tennis bets in lockdown. Yeah, no. I seen he relapsed. Mercy's a legend, plays 160k bet once. Yeah, he's a bad gambler, isn't he? That's why I feel like Sky have never sacked him when they got rid of all the others. Obviously, it's good to have one of them around, and he is a knowledgeable voice, but I feel like when they got rid of all the others, they kept him, because if you sacked him or got rid of him and then he spiraled into a bad fucking gambling thing, I think it'd look bad on Sky. Me and my dad both think this. Probably because Neville's told him to bail it, maybe, with Sky and that. Oh, yeah, maybe. But Neville's got a podcast. Merce got a lad who plays for Chelsea Youth too, has he? Merce could do with her son making it big time, couldn't he? Because I feel like he's got a fucking tendency to blow his money. Is that all the questions? Yeah, that's all the questions, and we're an hour and 3 minutes in. Do you know what? That started as the worst thing ever. Wesley Jackson turns up as I'm doing the closing statement. Do you know what I mean? What a fucking disgrace you are. That started the worst ever, and on the fucking 5-minute mark, I was fully saying, let's just do this tomorrow, because I could not be arsed. And it was all right in the end. It went all right. But I'm getting in bed. I'm so tired. I don't know what else I'm doing this week, video-wise. I did a Last Chance U review, an NFL video review, and I'll release it one day this week. And then definitely do the Burn That Top Lad. Never, ever. This is the nice top. Do you know what, though? So, I've put the heating back on. How sad is it? The heating's back on in houses now. That's when we know it's finished, isn't it? The heating's on. So it's on a timer, and it's been on 8 till 9. So the first half an hour of this, but there's a radiator under here, built in under the desk thing. and it's been very hot. So this top's been far too hot. You need to do film reviews. I know, but as I explained on the Last Chance You video, I'm not really into films at the minute. I go through stages where I'm films and then I'm series and then I'm films and I'm series, and at the minute I'm full series. Like I've got a cinema card. I'm not even going, but there's times when I'll go like 2-3 times a week. So I don't know. Like I can't do film reviews because I'm not watching films at the minute. I'm watching and thrashing out series. Ooh, I'm not reading that. See you in Toulouse, mate. Audio and black card, Unreal. Now I've got the light cinema. That's all the questions. So yeah, I'm going to bed. It's very warm. The heating. Do you not think the heating's too warm as well when it's on, or have I just got it too high? Like my house is roasting when the heating's on. For that, I have it on an hour in the morning, an hour at night, so I don't get fucking mold because I don't need the heating on ever. I don't mind being cold and wrapping up, but for looking after the house wise, you have to have it on twice a day. And I hate when the heating's on. It's fucking well too hot. It's far too hot when the heating's on. But I don't feel like even if you have it less, I feel like it's still too hot all the time. I hate the heating being on. I hate the heating being on when you go to sleep. It's too hot. It's better to not have the heating on, but you have to for mold. Right, this is just, what the fuck are we even talking about? Heating and mold. Filmed out because you watched Oppenheimer 3 times a week, mate. I did watch it 3 times in a week, but I did love it. But is that when my decline in films was? Probably. No, what have I seen? I've seen films after Oppenheimer. I went watching Barbie. Is that all I've seen since Oppenheimer? Barbie. And then I started to watch Blue Beetle on the box, but fell asleep. And then the next day I tried to watch it again and fell asleep, and I just couldn't be asked finishing it, even though I was enjoying that Blue Beetle. And yeah, I'm just filmed out. I'm just really enjoying it. But I think I will get back into films because it'll be Christmas. You know what I'm going to do? Did I say this in the thing? Yeah, I'm going to do over Christmas because last Christmas I got in the most festive I've ever been in my life. I can't believe it. Like the house was like proper decorated for Christmas, and I couldn't. It was weird because when January came, I was devastated. Honestly, I felt like genuinely upset that Christmas was finished. I loved all of December. I kept watching Christmas, like any shit Christmas film. I watched them all the fucking Hallmark ones where it's like 10 grand, not 10 grand, but like 100 grand budgets for the film where it's the worst American film ever. I watched them all. I watched every UK one, small ones that failed. I watched one with Rafe Small, which was fucking sick. A Christmas one where it was, what was the point of that? Was the reindeer thing lost all its fucking juice or something? Can't remember what it was, but it was a fucking sick one, a sick Christmas film. I watched every Christmas film. I'm doing the same. I'm going to watch a new Christmas film I'm going to review and watch a shit Christmas film every day of December. Or shall I just do 12 days of December? Every day will be long, won't it? How long's an advent calendar? Advent calendar is the whole month of December, isn't it? I'm going to do an advent calendar of Christmas film reviews. Or maybe films, just all films in general. Every day I'll have to watch a film in December and do a review. It's an advent calendar. That's what I'm doing. I've just made this now. It's A Wonderful Life. I've never seen A Wonderful Life. I can't watch films that are too old. That's the only thing. I can watch any film, good or bad. I can sit there. But do you know what? I did film studies I did it for 1 year in college, but then like quit. So like, I do struggle to watch badly made films as well. Like, because I notice things. Do you know what I mean? Because I did it, because I studied it, and that I never used to be like that. But now I am like that. But I can still watch like indie films and stuff where they've got a small budget but they're shot well. But I just can't watch like, do you know, like badly made films and stuff. There's a house near mine that's just left the Christmas tree up all year. Up all year. At least don't have to put it back up. I couldn't do that all year though. But I do get sad when it comes down. Mine goes up 1st of December and make the whole house proper Christmas there. I wear Christmas jumpers. I love the fact that there's Christmas. I love Christmas so much. I love the fact that there's Christmas songs in the not doing that Christmas Sunday day out this year. Yeah, I am definitely. Are you coming? Definitely, we'll do that in Liverpool this year. Definitely doing it. Are you coming? Who wants to come to that? Maybe we should do it as a live chat Christmas do, Sunday before Christmas. It's my alarm going off again. Yeah, we'll do the Sunday before Christmas as a official live chat night out. Who's coming? The last Sunday before Christmas, annually, I started it. I'm the only one who's done them all, right? Because people let you down every year, and then you have to make. There's been times. There's a time when I went out on a random Sunday with Brad Conroy, right? Me, Brad Conroy, and Carl Skellon, right? To keep the tradition going. Last year, me, Meg, and the baby went out because no one saw it. They all said they'd organised a fucking random Sunday in Bolton, and I was just going to like come and do it. Well, it was going to be in Manchester, and they didn't fucking organise anything because they're idiots. So I just went out with Meg and the baby, and it was actually really nice. It was good because we hadn't really been pissed properly together. We'd done what rapper did we go see now? Kendrick Lamar. Went watching Kendrick Lamar, and I think that was the only time really we got pissed. So it was nice, but yeah, it means it's still going on its 11th year. Woke up on your couch on my birthday after Warrington. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? The Sunday before Christmas. I loved it. I think it's my favourite night of the year. Just lads asking questions on what animals we can batter for hours. The house name, right? That's what it is, isn't it? I'll come up from Cardiff. Are you going to come up, George? Do it, mate. There's the Sunday before Christmas. It's called Random Sunday, and this is its 11th year, and we're doing it in Liverpool this time. So if any of my Bolton mates are coming to it, or Liverpool mates are coming, I'll organise it properly. Oh, shut up. No, is it the year? Is this the year where it falls on that? Bastard. Well, Christmas Eve it is. I never go out on Christmas Eve either, but I am now. It's the Sunday before Christmas. Yeah, this happened once before. So you either get the two bad ones are the ones where it falls Christmas Eve, and then usually there's one where it falls on the 19th, and that's where it's always the worst attended because everyone's got work the next day. And it was the 19th when I went out with Brad and Kyle. Kyle, by the way, is a very sound guy, but just a mad group of 3 people to go out with. And that was one of them where I watched till about 1:30 and then got off just to keep the tradition going. The one in Warrington was a fucking sick random Sunday, wasn't it? That was during COVID. Remember when we had to get everywhere we went, we had to buy a scran, do you remember? And then we went to that sports bar. No, we went to that pub first and we had to buy food. We got a meal though, but we actually wanted food, didn't we? We wanted food from there. Was it a Wetherspoons that? No, it weren't at Wetherspoons, was it? It was at Yates's. Whatever it was, that first place we went to. And then we all got food there. Then went to a sports bar to watch Tottenham versus somebody and had to buy pizzas there. They got them from the takeaway next door. These pizzas got delivered. And then they went somewhere else, had to buy something. And the last place we went, it was like, well, we can give you could get a platter between you all. So we bought this fucking platter that was like 40 quid, but obviously there was about 8, 9 of us. So it wasn't too bad. So I was the only one eating this platter. Every single other person that wasn't eating the platter. Oh, no, wait, Billy was eating the platter as well. By this stage, it was just me and Billy eating the platter, right? No one else was eating at that time. And then we went to another place after that, and I took the platter. I was like, yes, this platter's coming home. Me, can't wait to fucking eat it when I get home. So went to, where did we go after that? Went to one more place. I took the platter, looked after the platter and everything, and then left it in there. Yeah, that's where we got thrown out, didn't we? Because I threw up. That is to this day, that to me is the worst sick I've ever been. Remember how the spread on it was up the cubicle wall and everything. It was bad, proper bad. And usually, like, I know it's bad this, and I'm not ashamed of it because it was just bad. And like at the end of the day, they will do it. But usually, I will clean my own sick. I'm not an horrible bastard. But that one, mate, there was no way I could clean it. Every second I stayed in there, I would have been sick again. So it would have been never ending. I would never have cleaned it. Red everywhere, mate. Yeah, it was just all like dark fruit and that, wasn't it? I would never ever have cleaned that. It would have just been me keep being sick and making more sick than I can clean. So it was impossible for to clean this. Do you know I started ending this at 1 hour and 3 minutes, and we've managed to somehow get to this for 1 hour and 12. And I definitely didn't want to be on this 1 hour and 12 minutes. So we're going out. I'm going to go to bed. Anyone who wants to come out on Random Sunday, message me. We'll make it a big fucking event and we'll all go somewhere. Definitely, bottomless brunch has to be. I fucking love bottomless brunches now. Random Sunday used to be a night out though, but now it's a day out. Definitely always day drinks for Random Sunday. Never ever night outs again. We used to have nights out, go out, get in at 4 and go to work. No wonder nobody fucking came. Day drinks, Random Sunday, the best annual event. Right, I am off. I'm going to bed. See you later.